600 threescore and 6, as it is translated in the King James Version, equals 666. 6 is the number of man because man was created on the sixth day. 7 is God's number of fullness and completion, as God rested on the seventh day and called it perfect.
Revelation 13 verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666.
Anytime a word is repeated in the Bible 3 times, it means to the fullest extent of the thing, such as when those in heaven cry, "Holy, holy, holy," or when Jesus says, "Verily, verily." Therefore, the number 666 would mean completely human, full of human faults and failures, with absolutely nothing of God in him. The only other time this exact term is used in the Bible is to describe the amount of gold that Solomon received in 1 year.
1 Kings 10 verse 14. The weight of gold that came to Solomon yearly was 666 talents of gold. 2 Chronicles 9 verse 13. The weight of gold that came to Solomon yearly was 666 talents of gold.
There is a hint in the wording of "here is wisdom." King Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived, received 666 talents of gold in a year. Solomon turned his back on God, served other gods, and became obsessed with riches, women, and horses. Therefore, to the Jews the number 666 became associated with apostasy. Remember that the early church was made up mostly of Jews who would understand the history of a certain number. Solomon was one of the richest kings ever, and some say was the richest person to ever live. He had an estimated net worth of $3.1 trillion. He had rooms full of gold. Yet when all was said and done, he realized that all his wealth means nothing at all. It was all vanity and vexation. The wealth of this world will pass away. It will rot here long after you are dead and gone. This is part of the meaning of 666, being focused on pleasing the flesh, satisfying the lust of the flesh and the pride of life. God will not dwell in a vessel that seeks to satisfy its lust. Therefore, this type of person is completely human with no reflection of God at all. God has no use for the things humans value so much. Look at Revelation 21 verse 21. The gold that people value so much on earth, God turns into pavement to walk on. He values gold the same as we value asphalt or plain old-fashioned gravel.
Ecclesiastes 2 verse 11. Then I looked on all the works that my hands had done, and on the labor in which I had toiled. And indeed all was vanity and grasping for the wind. There was no profit under the sun. Revelation 21 verse 21. The 12 gates were 12 pearls, each individual gate was of 1 pearl. And the street of the city was pure gold, like transparent glass.
Hebrew and Greek both use letters as numbers, and a person's name can add up to a number. Bible study teachers use all kinds of methods to twist names, and say if you use this number on a certain year then it adds up to this. I don't put a lot of faith in that type of teaching because people work too hard to make a name add up. I like the phrase, "keep it simple, stupid," plus I don't like math. When I see a man acting like he is the Christ and making peace treaties with Israel, I will count him as the Antichrist, no matter how many numbers are in his name.
Why is 6 the number of man? Man was created on the sixth day. What number means completely human with absolutely nothing of God in him? 666. What did the number 666 become associated with because of King Solomon? Apostasy. Who will make a peace treaty with Israel then break it? The Antichrist.